Tonight, more students are heading back to class with their private tuition paid for with your tax dollars.
Governor Bill Lee and state lawmakers passed the expanded version of the school voucher plan, now reaching 20,000 new students. 10 News reporter Olivia Daig joins us with the questions she's asking state leaders, parents, and private schools about those $7,300 scholarships. Olivia?
Rob and John, we know that the state saw 40,000 applications for 20,000 spots, 10,000 of those spots for anyone who was eligible and 10,000 that were below a certain household income. But we don't know who all applied, where they live, or if they were in private school before this. But I did speak to some families who told me about their experience. For Amber Burnett's family, receiving a school voucher was what she calls a blessing.
I understand that some wealthy families probably got it, but it's definitely not for all the wealthy families. I think for the most part, it actually helped the families that are struggling.
Her 3 kids were already enrolled in Berean Christian School. It's a similar story for Mike Sweeney's family. 3 of his kids also got the income-based vouchers to St. Mary's in Oak Ridge.
After we applied, we got a conditional approval. And the conditional approval was based on the state verifying our enrollment in a private school.
Sweeney is the deputy director for Americans for Prosperity, a conservative political advocacy group in support of vouchers. Both of these families were already enrolled in private school previously. But the state won't be tracking this data, according to WSMV. We asked parents about the application process.
Like, it almost went down for a second and kicked me kind of out, and then popped up the window that it was like a 180-minute wait. It just kept going back and forth. It was the craziest thing.
Everything worked as expected. There was a little bit of a wait, which we were told about.
Applications opened on May 15th, and parents had to tell the state where their kids were going to school by July 15th. If they didn't have acceptance into a school, they lost their spot in line.
You almost had to already be enrolled in a school to have the voucher, be put towards that school.
Now, in the last 15 minutes, we did get a response back from the state that said most families have been notified about the scholarship. The state says they are in the final stages of getting some of the families on the wait list a voucher. I have made several requests to speak to someone with the Department of Education about the process. I still haven't heard back from them about an interview. John, Robin?
We'll continue to follow with Olivia Daig on the story.